Hi everyone. Today I'm going to explain the topics of clauses and phrases. What are, and I'll give you some examples. I am going to start with clauses. A clause is a group of words that includes a subject and a verb. For example, Anna sings when she wakes up. This is a clause because it has a subject, she, and a verb, wakes up. And I have an example of a clause functioning as a noun. I cannot remember what happened last night. It is a clause because it has a subject, what, and a verb, happen. Proof that is a noun. I cannot remember a thing. Now, the phrases. A phrase is a group of words that stand together as a single unit, typically as part of a clause or a sentence. For example, Anna sings in the morning. No subject, no verb. Another example, I stopped believing Santa Claus when my mother took me to see him in a department store and he asked for my autograph. This phrase acts like a noun. This is the direct object of the verb stopped. This phrase is a gerund phrase. What is a subordinate clause? A subordinate clause is a clause that cannot stand alone as a complete sentence because it doesn't express a complete thought. For example, always be nice to those younger than you because they are the ones who will be writing about you. Types of subordinate clause. Subordinate clause can act as adjectives, adverbs, or nouns. The adjective clause. Here's an example of a subordinate clause acting as an adjective. The bull that charged us is back in the file. The subordinate clause that charged us describes the bull. It is an adjective clause. The adverbial clause. Here's an example of a subordinate clause acting as an adverb. I fished until the sun went down. The subordinate clause until the sun went down modifies the verb I fished. It is an adverbial clause. The noun clause. Here's an example of subordinate clause acting as a noun. Whoever dislikes the new timings is more than welcome to leave. The subordinate clause. Whoever dislikes the new timings is the subject of this sentence. It is a noun clause. In English grammar, a coordinate clause is a clause word group containing a subject and predicate that is introduced by one of the coordinated conjunction, most commonly and or but. For example, I wasn't a fan of most vegetables, but I didn't mean peas. And the most commonly coordinated conjunctions are for, and, but, or, yeah, and so.